For over 20 years, I've dedicated my life to bringing you the very best business building strategies to keep you thriving. Get ready to experience the success you've been searching for. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 14 of the Tom Ferry Show. Thank you so much for watching. So 14 weeks in, Eddie, Taz, this is actually really impressive. I want to thank you for watching these videos first and foremost. I'm going to talk to you today about 8 things you can do, 8 campaigns to dominate your geographic farm to make sure that you're getting every listing opportunity in your market. Now, I know that's a bold statement, and yet when you look at my plan, 8 different campaigns you could be running to your farm to make sure that if they have had any thoughts of selling, that you are at the top of their list. So let's jump into the show. Number 4, I still can't believe number 14. I'm so inspired, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you've liked any one of these shows, will you give me a comment, whether it's on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page or on my Instagram page, or tweet it out. It means a lot to me that if you just take a little time, give me a little shout out if you like the show. All right, so let's get into 8 campaigns to dominate your farm. The first thing you got to look at, of course, is what's the TAM? What is the total addressable market? How many transactions are taking place in that geographic farming area that you're working? Now, by the way, when I say farms, remember I could just as easily be saying buildings for all my clients in New York City. They're going to say farming. What are you talking about? Well, it's the same thing. It's buildings, it's communities, it's subdivisions. I'm going to tell you right now, you want to start with a minimum of 500 if you're looking at your farm. If you're not getting enough, maybe do to expand the size of your farm before we talk marketing. But the big thing is also what percentage you're selling. We say that 6% is the minimum turnover percentage you want. So 500 homes in the community are combined, and you've got at least 30 listings that are going to sell in that community. That's a 6% turnover. That means the total addressable market is big enough for someone like you to go in and absolutely dominate. So let's get into how, right? We know why we want to do it. We want all the listings. How are we going to do it? So rapid fire. Number 1, direct mail is absolutely crushing it. You should be doing 2 pieces a month. If you haven't checked out geographicfarm.com, the more you can outsource all of your direct mail and not have to think about it anymore, the better. Plus at that company, they are testing and creating the very best stuff. So no more like waking up in the morning and saying, should the photo go from this direction or to that direction? Less thinking, more domination. You want obviously just listed, just sold. You want open house invites. You want market updates, and you want value adds like home improvement. The $78 billion a year people are spending to improve the value of their home. Some are doing it because they want to sell. So that combination of 2 pieces a month is going to make you, listen, even if they take the piece, look at it once and throw it in the trash. Eddie, if I take your piece and look at it over and over again, eventually I'm going to go, that's Eddie Ho. I know who he is. I see his face. I'm seeing his results. And even if I just get that glance, that second, that's just as powerful, my friends, as when they see a Facebook ad or a tweet or a text or a flyer. It's as valuable as a commercial. It's just that impression that we're making. Now, second thing is door drop or door knock. If you really want to crush it, obviously right now the weather's nice. If you can get outside and go knock on doors, what can you do? You can do the Zillow Zestimate campaign, which we did a few shows back. So if you don't know what that campaign is, it's helped a lot of our clients get a lot of listings. So go back a few episodes and check that one out, where you're letting people know, here's what Zillow's saying your home is worth. Would you like to know your home's real value? If so, click here, go to my website, or, call, text, email. You can obviously do mega open house invitations like we talked about 2 weeks ago. And of course, you can always do the I've got a buyer, right? We call it the Yikes campaign. The bottom line is, it's not necessarily what you're handing them. It's the fact that you have the courage to go knock on their door and get face to face and say, hi, my name's Andy and I work with Intero. Big shout out to Andy C., one of our great clients and coaches, who actually was on television because he was knocking on doors around the new Apple complex being built in Northern California, trying to discover who doesn't want to live in that area, trying to find potential listings for his buyers, and he got on television for doing so. It didn't really matter what he was sending it out or what he was delivering. The fact that he was out there was the game. Now, number 3, speeding it up a little bit here. Mega open houses, be the listing vacuum like we talked about 2 shows ago. So important that you're not just doing open houses, but you're acknowledging that when one home sells, usually 2 or 3 more sell right away. So I want to do an open house and invite all the neighbors into the property to preview the home before it hits the market so I can find out who are the 4, 5, 6 that are thinking about selling next. Number 4, I want to run Facebook ads directly to my seller valuation page. Facebook ads directly to my seller valuation page where they can go and type in their address. Boom, there's my house. Yes, I'm thinking about selling in the next 1 to 3 months or never, whatever they want to do. And then they actually get a price, a 3-step process where you actually give them the price. Think about why Zillow works. Zillow gives you all the information. Think about why Trulia works. They give you all the information, then you're empowered to make a decision versus some of these seller valuation sites that only convert and get you the information, but they don't give the customer anything they actually want in terms of the value. And then you have to chase, tens, 20s, hundreds, thousands of leads to find the 1 or 2 or 10 that actually want to sell. So empower people, give them what they want. Super important, especially if it's your geographic farm, because so much of this is relationship based, right? So you got to have that 3-step. The ads that are working right here, CDM, your city. CDM home values up 27%. Know your home's value, click here. By taking your city, your community, your subdivision, your building, and saying that building's values are up X, or they're flat, or they're down, know your value and know why. Click here for more information. Those are the kind of Facebook ads that are crushing it. Good headlines. Now, number 5. Eddie, I feel like I'm going fast and I don't know why. I'm just super excited, right? Eddie's saying, no, it's all good. Eddie, come in the show really fast. Eddie, come say hi. It's been a while since we've had an Eddie shout out. So Eddie, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Ho, follow him on Instagram. Make sure that we put him on there. So Taz, make sure we've got a little Eddie Ho shout out. So Eddie says to me, no, you're doing just fine. You just know I get excited. If you've watched these shows before, you know I get excited. When I get excited, I talk fast. Maybe it's just why you got to watch the show a couple times. All right. Number 5, you want to control the digital traffic through Zillow, Realtor, and Trulia. But Tom, Zillow and Trulia, now Zerillia. But Tom, Realtor.com. Look up here. Who cares? Get over the drama. They've won. They've got all the traffic. Realtor.com, I'm hearing that they're getting 35, 40 million uniques to their website last month. And we already know that Zillow and Trulia are getting 50, 70, 80 million people to their site every month. My advice is stop romanticizing, get in the way of the traffic. If I want to dominate my farm, think about it like this. I'm a homeowner. I'm sitting in my house. I just got home. I got a direct mail piece. I noticed there's a door drop at my house being invited to an open house that Taz just listed down the street. And then I check my phone and I'm like, I am kind of curious about the value of my house. And then I see a Facebook ad and I click on it. It's like you're everywhere. But when I look at this and you have all of your reviews on the site, you've got all this great client testimonial and love on the site. I see your track record of success on that site. We know the natural path of the consumer today is to get the stimulus, right? To get the marketing, and then they do some research. And when they do research, guess what? These sites show up higher than anything else. So it's the best place for you to house all your reviews, to show your track record of success. And guess what, my friend? When they see all that and they get your stimulus and they see your signs and they've been invited to an open house, they finally say, well, at least we got to give her a shot, right? Look at all those glaring positive reviews. So we want to control as much of the footprint as possible. Number 6, you want to work all the Zillow Make Me Moves and the for sale by owners. Big shout out to Richard. Last week, I was talking with him, one of our newer clients from Manhattan, and he was asking me like, Tom, the New York City market's different. There's no MLS. What do you recommend? And we kind of talked through his goals and what he wanted to focus on. And for him, the Zillow Make Me Moves and the For Sale by Owner, FSBO, also known as Fastest Source of Business Opportunity, in Manhattan is as valid as it is in Munich, Germany. Now, maybe it's not perfect for you in Normal, Illinois, but I will tell you, in their marketplace, 7-10% of all the homes that are listed for sale by owner. And what I told him was, you got to call and connect with every one of them and say, I'd like to preview the home to see if it matches the needs of the buyers that I'm working with. And then build a relationship, find out what their motivation is, find out what their goals are, and ask them the questions like, hey, if you sold this house, where are you moving to? And what's your plan B if it doesn't work out? Build a relationship, connect with them, because what we know is 2 out of 10 are gonna list. 2 out of 10 are going to list. And it's not going to happen unless you're getting in front of them, shaking their hand, meeting them, discussing their home, discussing their goals, and seeing if you can create that connection to win the business. Now, number seven, and by the way, Eddie, hand me that little flyer sheet. There it is, that one. Coming off camera just for a second there. I think we're gonna give this out to the people that are still watching, because I know I've got to be 10 minutes in, and maybe there's someone that's like, oh, I'm really busy right now, and now you're saying, ooh, what's that? How about a beautiful new listing presentation? Would you like a copy? Taz, we can take this and make it a PDF where people can download it, right? Of course we can. So, perfect for this one. Number 7, if you want to dominate and get all the listing opportunities, you got to work every expired in your territory, in your farm, and you want to go back in time and ask yourself this question. What were the 3 worst years to be a seller in that community? What were the years when maybe they were dealing with foreclosures or short sales or notice of defaults were off the charts? What were the 3 worst years to be a seller? Do your research, find those properties, scrub them against the tax records, find out what sold, what didn't. Maybe your title rep can help you with this. You know, when you got to do some homework, you find the great opportunity. So this is a big one. And you go back through and you basically say to yourself, look, I'm gonna call every new expired, obviously. I'm gonna knock on their door, I'm gonna drop a package like this. I'm gonna do whatever I can to get in front of them to repackage and reposition their home to sell in this market. I like that language, by the way. Repackage and reposition their home to get it sold. And then I'm gonna market to all those old expireds, basically until they list or tell me to never call again. The bottom line is this. There may be 10, 20, 30, 100, there may be 500, depending upon the size of your territory, of people that tried to sell, maybe in 2007, 8, 9, and 10, that now knowing the value of their home, now knowing their affordability because of interest rates, now is the time, my friends. And then number 8 is community functions. You know, see and be seen, be a part of the community. One of our great longtime clients, Elisa, big shout out to you at Certerra Properties right in Corona Del Mar. I know that every summer I'm gonna get an invitation to come to their party. And you know what it is? It's just a big weekend fun event right in the heart of Corona Del Mar where all the neighbors and all their prospects and everybody gets invited to hang out. Well, you know, again, whether you're gonna piggyback on something that already happens, a 4th of July, a back to school, a end of school, something like that, or you're gonna create your own charitable event. The bottom line is this, we live in a community-based, relationship-based world. So the more you could be a part of the community, if you're gonna do all this farming and you're gonna do all this marketing and all this work and all this energy, and then not be connected, you're making a great mistake. So ask yourself, coming up this spring, this summer, what's something I can do for that community to really engage, to give back, to be a part of, allow them to get together and have some fun, and you know what's gonna happen. They're all gonna turn to you and go, hey, I saw that last sale you made. Wow, $560,000. What's that make my home's worth? I mean, you know what's gonna happen, so do it. Now, I guess the question of the day is, of the 8, which do you need to add into your marketing plan? Of the 8 things I just shared, which do you need to add? And then, if you want a copy of this, Taz, where should we put this? Should it be on the Facebook page? Should it be on the YouTube channel? All right, so this is gonna be on the YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on my Facebook page or you caught it on Instagram, this is my partner, Chris Morrison, extraordinary guy, great real estate practitioner, Morrison Residential, selling hundreds of homes. This is his listing presentation, and he said, Tom, you have the right to share it. So I'm sharing it with you. It'll be in a PDF form right on my YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out, download a copy. Now, thank you so much for watching. Episode 14 in the can. Remember always your strategy matters, and now more than ever, your passion rules. Make a decision today. Which of the 8 are you going to add to your business? Go get the listings. Thanks for watching. If you love what you're seeing here, then click the button below to join our online community absolutely free. Thanks so much.